Good morning, everybody. We have a higher trade in the grain markets here. Earth futures up 3 cents at 5.20. November soybeans up 1.5 at 12.75.5. December Chicago wheat up 6.25 at 6.96.5. December Kansas City wheat up 7.25 at 6.97 3/4. December spring wheat up 5.75 cents at 8.93.5. If you guys are listening on the podcast, as always, appreciate it. Leave me a rating or review if you have not already. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're almost up to 3,000 subscriptions. My goal longer term is to get to 5,000. I think we can do it. I know a lot of you guys are watching but have not subscribed. So if you watch consistently, please do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and help YouTube to spread this stuff out for me. If you need some additional assistance from me, go to my website. It is www.standardgrain.com. Go to that website, click on Grain Marketing Plan here in the upper right-hand corner. You guys really ought to give this subscription service a shot. I send out an email every business day just before I start these live streams, and in that email, you'll be made aware of every overnight headline of importance, a lot of weather information, all of my grain marketing recommendations, charts. My subscriber-only videos are included here. There's a new subscriber-only video every day in which I break down a lot of different topics from grain marketing to CFTC reports to charts, all sorts of different stuff. Check this out. It's a $49 a month subscription billed to your credit card. You can cancel it at absolutely any time. There's no other fee. There's no other obligation. I will not try to sell you anything else, I promise. There are some rains moving across the eastern corn belt here this morning, and there's been quite a bit of rain in some of these areas here over the last few days. This morning you have rain on the radar over a lot of Indiana, into Ohio, into Michigan, down in my neighborhood, Tennessee, Kentucky. You've got some rain, and there's been quite a bit here over the last 72 hours. You look at the accumulation here in the southern half of Indiana, very heavy. Same thing with a lot of Kentucky, a lot of Tennessee. Southern Illinois has had some decent accumulation. So this is a deal that will certainly hinder harvest activity in some areas. Here's the next 7 days, and you could see Indiana's going to get hit pretty hard. So is Ohio. But you look at Illinois, you look at Iowa, you look at Missouri, the plains all the way from North Dakota down through the Texas Panhandle are going to be dry. So none of this is abnormal. I mean, you're going to have rains on and off during harvest. Will it slow things down for a minute? Yeah, I think that's inevitable here at this point, but I wouldn't say that this is a big deal one way or the other in regard to the markets. The rumor mill suggests that China bought some U.S. soybeans. There were rumors that circulated yesterday suggesting that Chinese buyers booked some U.S. cargoes for November delivery out of the PNW. And I think that may be part of the reason why the bean market was able to reverse and finish higher yesterday. You may see this stuff confirmed via USDA flash sale today or tomorrow. As I have discussed at length here recently, China and other global importers really need to increase their purchases of U.S. soybeans if we are to hit that USDA target for the marketing year. I know it's early, but total sales are 31% behind last year's pace. USDA says total exports are only going to be down 7 or 8%. It's very, very early, but we need to start playing catch up here. Global equity markets have stabilized. The S&P finished near unchanged yesterday. We are higher here this morning. This story regarding Evergrande, and I know everybody's talking about Evergrande this week, but that story continues. There was some positive news yesterday. China's property giant said yesterday that it had negotiated a deal with bondholders to settle interest payments on a domestic bond, and that helped to kind of ease fears regarding this whole situation. China's central bank assisted. They injected $14 billion into the banking system, a sign that the country is seeking to support the financial markets. China just came back from a 2-day holiday, so this is kind of the fresh news out of this deal. Russia's wheat crop may be slightly larger than expected. Well-followed group Sova Econ pegged the crop at 75.6 million, up just slightly from their previous estimate of 75.4. This is quite a bit below last year's record crop of 85.9. They're citing some better than expected yields in some areas. Russian export prices have risen for 10 consecutive weeks. Russia is the world's largest exporter of wheat. They have been for several years now. It used to be the United States. It's not anymore. So just a slightly larger crop there expected, but still not anywhere near last year's record. African swine fever found in Haiti. This is the first case in that country in 37 years, according to the World Organization for Animal Health. USDA said yesterday that the case is unfortunate but not surprising given recent cases in the Dominican Republic. So the concern here, of course, with African swine fever is that at some point in time it makes its way into the United States, which would be absolutely devastating for the hog sector, for feed demand. You'd see all sort of restrictions on exports out of the U.S., or imports of U.S. pork. It would be a bad deal. I don't think it'll come to that, but certainly a situation to keep an eye on. The cattle market was kind of a mixed bag yesterday. We had some losses in some of your nearby live cattle and feeder cattle contracts, and then some gains in the deferred contracts. So not a half bad performance this week, really. We had that big stock market sell-off. The cattle market could have acted a lot worse, and it didn't. The box beef market was mixed yesterday, up a little bit more than $1 in the choice boxes, down almost $3 in the select boxes. Outside markets, the U.S. dollar is flat. The S&P is up 24. The bonds up, or I'm sorry, the Dow is up 200 after it closed near unchanged yesterday. Bonds down just a little bit. Gold and silver are mixed. The crude oil is up $1.04, and the November WTI at 71.53. Everybody have a wonderful day today. I will talk to you guys same time tomorrow.